I thought that was a Sprite, and I was about to be like, girl, you better double fist that Coke and Sprite. Go, girl. By the way, there's probably some tree maker in the world who's like, we sold one tree. We're so proud. I wonder who bought our one pink tree.
Listen,
Her name is Katie. Katie.
This is year 3 with my tree, and I love it. And also, I saw that Khloe Kardashian has a pink tree this year, so
You know what? I'm done with you. I'm so done with you. And I saw that Khloe Kardashian had a pink tree.
Well, that means someone that she pays to make her house look good decided that was a good idea for her daughter. Therefore, it's validation.
Is it? Is it?
Ultimately,
I was so... Did you know who I just was right there? Ross Geller.
Oh, no.
Do you know who that is?
Yes.
Ross Geller. Is it? Is it? That's what he says. You never saw that? Clearly, you're not a Friends junkie. Good morning, everybody. Katie has a pink Christmas tree. You guys have never seen... Bonjour. You guys have never seen Katie's pink Christmas tree. I want you to know that I woke up at 3:58, which was 6 a.m. my time, and I was like, let me lay back down and just see. And I fell back to sleep till 5:30, which is 7:30 my time. Beep, beep, beep. And then I said, oh, I need coffee. And when I came into the kitchen to make it, Katie was already making it because she's my wife. I want to see her tree. Merry Christmas, pink people. I am in Los Angeles, and it is still dark out. It is like 6:15 a.m. And I have this new sleep dress that I got from Danielle. I think it's meant to be a dress. Oh, hey, sexy pal. Oh, whatever. Read your devotional. Does it say don't laugh at your friends? God doesn't like that, Katie. Katie's reading her devotional while she mocks me, makes fun of me, so pretty sure God doesn't like that. Whatever. I don't have to judge you, Katie. God's already doing it. Yeah, she's got a hot pink tree. It's not a joke. Oh, you guys didn't get to see it. Hold on. Whoa. So hot. Too hot in the hot tub. Anyway, so I got some sleep, which was great. Kate, people want to know why there's no ornaments.
Because it's a hot pink tree.
Because it's a hot pink tree, guys, and ornaments would be too much.
It's doing way too much.
I'm guessing Khloe Kardashian didn't have ornaments on her tree.
Aries said comparison.
Khloe is really cute, though. I do love her. So anyway, I have a very busy day today. No shock there. But I actually really like when my days in LA are just jammed. You love Katie's laugh? I do too. I like when my days in LA are jammed because it makes the days go fast. And then when I start to miss my kids, I go, well, my days are so jammed. Like, Katie and I were just watching an old video of Charlie from when she was like 3 years old, talking about God and smokers and what kills people when they get killed by guns or smokers. Because apparently when you're 3, the only way to die when you're 3, the only way to die is smoking or getting shot. Katie is my Ed McMahon. She is. You know, it's so funny. I have a few people in my life who have these laughs that just, like, Katie, and then Jen, or J. Ray, depending on what you call her, and then Will Packer. The 3 of those people have laughs that, like, could launch 1,000 ships. I feel like if I bottled them or put them in a recording and, like, texted them out to people when they were feeling bad, it would cheer people up so much. So, you know what Katie was talking about this morning? About how she had, like, run into someone and they were talking about something they were doing, and it had nothing to do with the person she was talking to, but what happened was instead of her being able to appreciate what they were doing, it triggered something in her for her to look back at all that she's not doing. And I think that happens to us so often, that when we feel like we aren't doing enough, suddenly everything everyone who is doing becomes like magnified, right? It gives us a ton of anxiety and just reinforcement that we're not doing enough. It's like when all your friends are getting married and everybody keeps looking at you going, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? Suddenly the void of marriage in your life feels magnified by the fact that everybody else is doing it, as opposed to just like, let's everybody look at all these great marriages. There's so many marriages happening. Why are you looking at the fact that I'm not getting married? Look at all these marriages we could look at. Instead, it feels like the world is looking at you going, no marriage, no marriage, no marriage. And you're just like, fuck, okay. You know, same thing, obviously, with having kids, you know. When are you going to have a baby? When are you going to have a baby? When are you going to have a baby? It's like there's babies born every single day. Go to any hospital if you want to see a baby that bad. There's baby wings. There's whole wings in these hospitals with just babies everywhere. It's like coming out of the vagina chute. Just babies. But you just want to stare at my empty chute and make me feel barren because I don't have a baby right now? Ugh. And then suddenly we actually start to look at ourselves as flawed or late or barren, when really, you know, we're not anything wrong with us. Everybody else around us is just a bunch of assholes. That's the problem. And then when it comes to professional stuff, girls like Katie and I, we want to be doing so much. We're so used to doing 80 things and doing all of the things. So when we're not constantly creating and working and doing and making and announcing and moving and financing, then we, you know, if there's any downtime, we see the people that are doing those things, and it feels, instead of like inspiring us, it takes us to a place of like, you know, that very low valley where suddenly you're barren in a valley and you're not capable of doing anything, and it'll never happen for you, and you're just out there with the hawks circling and you're just waiting to professionally die. Like, this is awful. Everyone else is doing, and I'm in the valley of the shadow of death.
This is very true.
And all of a sudden, Bone Thugs and Harmony start singing. Bum, 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 bum. Right? But really, we know that
it's a season.
Yeah, it's just a season, right? For any part of our lives, it's just a season. And by the way, keep in mind, non-married people, half the people who got married in their early 20s now are in their late 40s cheating or looking at porn or flirting with the water cooler girl because they've been married for 25 years and they just don't know what to do with themselves. They're a different person than they were at 24 when they got married, and now they're like 49 and they're like, my God, I have nothing in common with this person anymore. So, you know, getting married later in life when you have a much better grasp of who you are and what you want is not such a bad thing. Okay, Karen? Simmer down with all the judgment. And babies. All right, look, I'll give you this. It is easier to have babies when you're young simply because you have more energy. I just showed Katie a video of Charlie at the front door just hysterical crying for her father. Not even crying, it was like wailing. She was like a Jew at the wall. Only the wall was my front door and she was crying for her father. And
it's agonizing.
It was brutal. So you don't always have patience for that at 50. You know, so I will give you that it is a little easier to have kids younger. But like, you know, have them when you want. God doesn't take your period away till you're like 50. You know why? Because he wants you to be able to have babies till you're like 50. So don't let anybody pressure you into having babies till you're ready to have babies. Now here come all the people who want to remind me that they got married at 12 and marriage is still working for them. Okay, guys, you are the exception, not the rule, and we love it for you. We really, really do. But for the point of this video, maybe reminding us that you got married in 8th grade and you guys are 75 now and celebrating your 1800th anniversary might not be the best time for all the people feeling barren. You know what I mean? And if you're in professionally, if you're in a season, and a lot of people are, this is like a weird transitional season. You just have to know that God, he's going to move you at the pace he feels you need to go. I don't know why. I'll ask him when I die, you know. But I don't know why. I don't know why some people get to move to the front of the line so damn quickly, and some of us have to pass go before we collect $200 like 50 times. I don't know why. I also know that I'm a procrastinator, and, you know, I have nobody to blame, you know, for that but myself. Can't blame everything on God or the devil. I do that sometimes. I'm like, well, I didn't make dinner yet. The kids are home from soccer. The devil had me. No, he didn't. You were watching The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Get your fat ass up off the bed, Jamie, and go make your kids dinner. Oh, it wasn't the devil? No, it was you. You have free will. You chose to watch another episode. Yes, now, Amazon, I will watch another episode of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
So good. Love Midge.
Is she not the best?
She's fantastic.
You want to talk about casting gold? It's probably the best cast show I've ever seen.
Well, and I just love it's like the only show I can watch with my parents.
Oh, yeah.
It's great for that.
Well, have you seen the new season?
No, not yet.
Oh, my God.
Saving it for Christmas.
Oh, okay, so I'm already in episode, I finished 6, so I only have 2 more, and then I tweeted a very angry tweet at Amazon. Who is ordering these short mini seasons of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? These little 8-episode seasons. What is this, 1984? I need 12 episodes minimum. 22 on a good day. I can't binge 8 episodes. I can do that while hiding from my children. I need more episodes. I need a lot of episodes. I'm Mrs. Maisel. Thank you. That's what she says. So good. Oh my God, there's people out there who have not watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, Sabrina, you know what I was singing yesterday in the Uber? In the Uber yesterday, I was singing, I think it's time we should make up, baby. I mean, I'm sure you would prefer that I don't sing it, but I was letting you know that I was singing it. Oh, I love Maisel. I love Shia LaBeouf. I love Monk. I love all of it. Anyway, if you have Amazon, I highly recommend The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And let me tell you something, you will never appreciate a costume designer like you will on that show. And you will never root for like people who got divorced to get back together. Like, I don't know, I do. Who sang that? The Cover Girls. My friend Sabrina, right there. She's the singer of that song. What's the name of that song? Sabrina, what's the name of that song? It's going to drive me crazy. I need you to tell me. So whatever, if you're in the middle of a barren season right now, and I know some of you are, you're single, you can't find a real date, you're professionally at some weird crossroad, right? I want you to know that when you start to look at other people's, wishing on a star. Yeah. Wishing on a star, follow where you are.
Lord.
I know, I love that song.
Send help, downtown Los Angeles.
Wait, Sabrina goes, I'm already losing at karaoke. Yeah, I don't, you don't want me to sing. It's fine. It's fine. Wait, I don't see a wedding ring. Did you get divorced? I did. I got divorced yesterday from when I was wearing my wedding ring to today. Now I'm divorced. Oy. Ready? I'm not divorced.
You just don't sleep with it on.
I don't sleep with it on because my hands get so swollen, especially from flying. So I just want you to know that if you feel yourself staring at other people's success or perceived success in life, if you see people getting engaged and you go, oh, why her? Okay, lean into that. Lean into that. If you see other people having babies and you go, I'm ready, why isn't it happening for me? Now, obviously, if you have fertility issues, that's a different story, but I'm not talking about fertility issues. I'm just talking about, like, you just don't have a baby right now. And professionally, if you are, well, in fairness, Eva, I see you saying like you haven't watched in a while, so you're just asking. It's just like a weird question, don't you think? Don't you think that's like a weird question to ask someone? Hey, did you get divorced? Mm-hmm. Hey, did you gain 25 pounds? Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't know. But I didn't get divorced. In all fairness, no. My fingers are just too fat for my ring right now because I flew all day yesterday. And I don't know if you can see how fat my ring finger is, but it's big. It's very normal. It's very normal. If you were in a desert and somebody was eating a pastrami on rye next to you, you would stare at them eating because you'd be starving. It is very normal when you feel like you are in a void in your life to suddenly feel envious of the success of people around you. What I want you to be cautious of is this is where anxiety comes in. This is where sadness comes in. This is where emotional lulls come in, right? This is where the cracks start, and this is where the devil takes hold. This is where he goes, oh, look, she's emotionally fractured. She doesn't feel good enough. I bet she needs some company. And then all of a sudden, you're just covered in it. And suddenly, nothing is going right. And you hate everybody. And like, all of a sudden, you know, he's in it. He's in. So you just have to be mindful of it. And like, it's okay to feel it, but you got to let it go. You got to feel it and let it go. Really. Feel it and let it go. I do. I see other people's announcements. I see people that are not worthy. But then I go, Jamie, who are you to determine they're not worthy? Jesus hung on a cross for people you're not even like checking their text messages right now. Still hung on a cross for them. So I'm like, who are you to determine they're not worthy? Why? Because they weren't great to you? Who knows? Maybe something they're creating will provide an opportunity for you 6 years down the road. You just can't know. So I try to put it in perspective, but sometimes I really, really, really get in that space where I'm like, why is it happening for them and not for me? Why? Why, when I want it so bad and I'm so capable, is it not happening for me? How long am I going to be in this season? I don't want to be in this season anymore. Ugh. And sometimes, I'm going to be completely honest with you, God's timing sucks. Yeah, I said it. I said it and I meant it, and I don't care if he's listening. Sometimes God's timing sucks. And I'm super not into it, and it doesn't work for me. And that's just a fact. Exactly. How long do we stay patient? Sometimes it's really hard. And like, not for nothing, but I don't always need to be tested.
Right. right? Aren't we done growing?
I mean, God.
Can we get
Literally,
a break from
God.
that self-work?
Can't we pass one test and move on? Jeez, how many times do I have to be tested with patients? And I just want you to know you're not the only ones. You're just not. There was something that we were going to talk about yesterday and I forgot. So that's what we're doing tomorrow when I go back and watch yesterday's coffee talk. I will remember what we were supposed to talk about. Is your name Kim Kimmies? I'm dead. It's the best name ever. You should be on Full House. Kim Kimmies. Why is my name not Jamie Jamies? Or your name Katie Katie's? Katie. Catherine Katie's. Yeah, everybody's ready for their next season to start. I get it. Katie definitely is. She's pouting.
Stir crazy.
Yes, she's going stir crazy. She's pouting. But the next couple of weeks are going to be good for her. She's going to travel. She's going to come to Birmingham. I'm going to just let Charlie cry directly outside her room. That'll be fun. Right?
Yeah, because what I really need is more birth control. Big problem.
Nothing
over
for
here.
nothing, mean nothing. Gotta have something. Motherfucker punch you in the mouth. Eddie, why are you punching me walking the lips? I like good times. Those of you Eddie Murphy fans. And guys, be very mindful of the winter blues. Winter blues are real. Okay? Not so much for the people in Los Angeles where it's still 70 and sunny. But for those of you who feel like you haven't seen the sunshine and like it's freezing cold and like you're a little soft around the middle and you're not being invited to holiday parties and you're watching things on Facebook and you're hearing people talk about events they went to and parties they went to and you weren't invited and it feels like shit and you suddenly want to delete those people out of your phone because your heart is broken because you thought you were friends. You know what? It's real. Those things are all real and they suck. You don't need a coffee talk to tell you that. Right now you're going like, yeah, they do. Yeah, they suck. It's okay. Just throw a better party and don't invite them. That's what I would do. Winter blues, very real. I'm going to finish my coffee and then I guess probably get dressed. I love you guys. Oh my God, there's a man. I love men. IBI 5000. All right, I love you guys so much. Take your vitamin D. You'll feel better. Have a great, great day.